All right, welcome to Beats to Rap on another session here. We have got an absolute epic artist. We've got something real special for you today. We've got Tramaine. He's coming to you straight on a Beats to Rap on podcast. Tramaine, break it down for the fans. Tell us a little bit about you, and yeah, let's kick it off from there.
Well, what's going on, everybody? My name is Tramaine Long. I'm a singer, producer, mixing engineer, songwriter, minister,
That's awesome.
rapper. I do it all, man. But yeah, a father, husband. Yeah, man, I'm all those things, man. So yeah, that's a little bit about me from this what I do, so.
Yeah, I would love to know how this all started for you, right? So take us all the way back. We all want to know, who are you? When did this all start? How did it come about?
So it started like the love for music started as a kid, like, growing up in church, um, growing up in the neighborhood, the city that I grew up in Atlanta, Georgia. Listen to all types of music, listen to hip hop, R&B, stuff like that. Listen to gospel, listen to pop. And I just fell in love with it. I really fell in love with it in around 14. It's before I actually started recording. But at 14, I told my friends, I said, you know what? I feel like we can create our own music because we are always rap and do stuff in the neighborhood, but we were just kids, and so 17, that's what when I turned 17, that's when one of my friends I've been knowing since I was 11 introduced me to FL Studios, Fruit Loops 3 at the time.
Wow,
That's showing my age a little bit.
that's crazy.
Fruit Loops 3. And so he showed me that program and gave me Sony Acid Pro. I think it was 3.0 at the time.
Wow.
Nobody really used Sony Acid Pro like that I
Yeah.
know of more. But
Yeah.
at the time that was a program that we used to record in. So um I at that time, that's when I started really taking it serious. I really wasn't good, but I started investing into myself. The first time I invested into my craft, I had a little job. I was 18 years old. No, 17, take that back. I had a little job and I was working at a little restaurant, and I took my money that I made from that job, went to Radio Shack and bought me a dynamic mic, a little stage mic, and bought a mic stand, put a sock over it. Uh, and my mom had an old computer that she wasn't doing nothing with, so I put Fruit Loops on there, and I
Nice.
put Sony Acid Pro on there, and that's how
Yeah.
I got started actually doing it. Actually recording, I was not good. I was horrible. You hear what I do now? It's funny too, because people hear it now, and I'm like, you should have heard me when I first started. My mom, I remember this one time, my mother, I was trying to make a beat and whatever, and I compared my beat to a professional commercial song that was out. I said, Mom, this sounds like this, does it, don't it? And she was like, no, baby. No, it don't sound like that. I didn't get mad at her. I just realized, I'm like, it don't sound like that. So it pushed me to want to get better at making beats, you know? So for me, I could always sing, but I wasn't trained at singing and none of that stuff like that. I always wanted to rap, but rapping came easy for my friends, but for me, I feel like I had to work harder than everybody else. Now, when it come down to putting a song together and things like that, it don't take me that long. Like when I first started, give you an example like how long it took me to do stuff. Like to write 8 bars, me and my friend, he'll write 8 bars. I had 8 bars. He'll write his stuff in 8 minutes, 5 minutes. Stuff be done, and it's nice and he tongue twisting too. So when you tongue
Right.
twisting, it's a lot of words that
Yeah.
you put in those bars. But for me to write 8 bars, it took mama like 3 hours at the time. 3 hours, and it sounded like nursery rhyme stuff.
Right. Yeah.
So I just get killed on every song.
Yeah.
I just get killed on every song. So now,
Yeah.
I started, I needed that push though,
Yeah.
because that made me become better It made me wanna, get my penmanship up when it come out to my lyrics, and I was just really just rapping at the time too. So at that time, I wasn't really singing like that. I could sing, but a lot of people didn't know I sung. And so, or I think around like 2006, that's when I realized I was doing secular music too. So I wasn't even doing gospel at the time. I was just doing just normal music, whatever. And I was with my one of my other buddies, and we was in the studio, and we were just playing. He started singing on the mic. I started singing on the mic. We had a bunch of girls in the studio.
Yeah.
And, and then I realized, I said, man, these girls going crazy over this. I didn't know that I had this superpower to
Oh,
sing.
that's so good.
So so I realized like, man, and I actually liked that the fact that like, man, I always like singing. I didn't sing because I thought it made me look lame, made me look
Right.
corny. But it didn't, you know. So um I had to figure out, I had to find who I was as an artist. So you talking about from '04 all the way to now. I ain't really start finding myself until like 2015. So that's been a minute because even though I was making music, I was sounding like everybody else. I didn't sound like Tramaine. Um, and don't get me wrong, I still like get inspired in the people that you may hear some notes or some things. I've been like, oh man, okay, I can hear a little bit of such and such in Tremaine's lyrics or how he hit that note, but I always put a spin on it now. So yeah, I know I just said a whole lot, but
Oh, no, that's so insightful. Yeah, I just wanna dig into, like, so much I wanna dig into. Like, one of the bits is I wanna dig into is, like, how did you find yourself? When I say find yourself, I mean it I mean, like, find your kind of brand. Do you know what I mean? Like, your beats, how you put your spin on it, all that kind of stuff. Because you started at, like, 2004, and you were cranking out and grinding out awesome tunes, and then it kind of, like, hit like 2015, right? I think you were saying where it all started kind of changing a bit. Yeah, like how did you do that? What changed?
but what changed is that, after a while, I got tired of hearing people say, you sound like such and such on here. You
Oh,
sound just like this person. You sound like that person.
okay.
I think around it had been like 2007 or 8. I went to like it's you know who DJ Drum is?
Yeah, yeah. Who
Okay,
doesn't?
so okay, all right, I'm just making
So,
sure.
sorry, man. Sorry.
Oh no. So I went to a seminar. They
Yeah,
had DJ Drama, they had Boyz II Men manager there.
yeah. Nice.
They had radio personality Tasha Love there. All these different people that was at this. There was a panel, and it was at the time it was a real popular song that they used to play on the radio called "Party Like a Rock Star."
Oh yeah,
Party like a
yeah,
rock,
yeah.
party like a rock star.
That
So
was
they
huge. Yeah, yeah,
yeah, it was
yeah,
a real
yeah.
big song.
Real big song. Yeah,
So it was this uh group that was there, and they played their song
yeah,
to them and let everybody hear it. And um so Boys the Men manager told them, like, y'all stole their whole song because their song was the same thing, like basically the same thing, a little bit different, but it's basically the
yeah.
same thing.
Basically the same thing.
So
Yeah,
he gave some advice to them, really to everybody that was in there. He was talking about like, look, it's one thing, it's a different from like borrowing somebody's stuff or learning or being influenced by somebody than stealing somebody's whole style.
yeah.
So he gave a perfect example. He used Beyonce. He said
Okay.
Beyonce, when you see Beyonce, you see her influences, but she still sound like Beyonce. You know, you see the Tina Turners, you hear the Diana Rosses, you see that in Beyonce.
Yeah,
You know
yeah,
what I mean? But Beyonce sound like Beyonce.
yeah.
And
Totally.
so
Yeah.
that's something I took and I added to myself. So, some of my favorite singers is Tank. I
Okay.
like Chris. I
Oh,
like
wow.
T.I. Like, I'm a big
Yeah.
Tank fan. Like Jamie Foxx, Music Soul Child,
Yeah,
um,
wow.
Jagged Edge and
Oh,
Silk.
man.
You know,
So good.
yeah, yeah, I love those guys. I
Silk
mean,
is
like,
insane.
yes.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
Crazy.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
So the problem that I was having at that time is because I was trying to find myself. Mind you, I told you I wasn't singing like that, and
Yeah.
so I was trying to figure out how to do R&B.
Okay.
Everything I was doing was rap. I was
Okay.
rapping on everything,
Right.
and so even with my raps, I would sound like whoever was hot at the time, like my style.
Yeah.
Um, and what I did was, I listened to Tank, I listened to Jamie, I listened to them. Okay, and I would practice because I ain't have a vocal coach. So what I'll do is my vocal coach was trying to mimic what they did to hit their notes,
Oh,
right? And but then as I started getting better with my music, okay, let me sing it like that, but let me put my own twist on it.
okay.
Let me create my own sound. I did
Yep.
that even with production, like with my beats.
Yeah.
So when I first started making beats, I was trying to make beats like all the big producers because I realized I felt like if I can make a beat sound like theirs, I'm on to something. So I started trying to make beats like Lil Jon, make beats like Kanye, make beats like Timbaland, make
Yeah.
beats like Pharrell and what's my other guy? Um Man from Rough Riders. I can't think of his name.
Oh,
Swiss
yeah.
Beats, Swiss Beats.
They're all
So,
hot.
like,
Yeah.
Dr. Dre, I would try to
Oof.
make beats in the style of them,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But and which was cool, but how can I and like I said, as I start growing now, how can I now I got my foundation on how to make a beat. Now I got my foundation on how to make a song and really like do a lot of critical listening to see, okay, what makes a song hot. But how can I take that foundation and build upon it and make my own thing, make my own unique sound. Um, and then I realized a lot of people voice don't sound like mine. So that's already my advantage right
That's
there.
already unique. Yeah.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
voice don't sound like everybody when I may hit a note, but my voice is different. So I don't really, you hear somebody like, man, they sound like, even though they dim, but
Yeah.
some people voice tone just sound like somebody else's sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Like when I listen to Avant, the R&B singer Avant,
Yep. Yep.
he sound like R. Kelly to me a little bit.
Okay.
His
Yeah. Yeah.
tone, R.
Oh,
Kelly.
yeah. Yeah.
You know, his tone. So,
Yeah.
but I try to find, okay, how can I put my own spin? And that's how I
Yeah.
start finding myself. And the crazy thing is, I'm still trying to figure out how can I progress? How can I become better? Like with my production, with my singing, I'm getting older, so now my voice don't sound exact same how it used to sound when I was younger.
Right.
Okay, but how can I like my voice is more mature now. It got more bass in it than it did before. Like,
Yeah.
I still sound like me, but certain notes that I used to be able to hit, it's hard for me to hit them now because I'm getting older. So now it's like, okay, what I got to do? How can I utilize and produce a great excuse me, produce a great record with my voice changing or things like that. So, but it's just always, I know I'm just saying a whole lot of nothing, but
No,
I'm always trying to just figure out how can I become better and how can I build upon what I already done.
like you're doing beats up until like 2015. It was like a certain way, and then you started finding yourself, and inventing your own kind of flavor, on
Mm.
things, putting yourself out there a little bit more, right? Which was not the same as everyone else, right? And there, was there a little bit of nervousness when you first started, or you just went, "No, I'm not nervous at all. I'm just getting it out there."
I don't think that it was. That's kind of like a both question. It's like it's
Okay.
the yes and the no for both. Like
Yeah, yeah,
because I'm very confident in myself with my music,
yeah.
but I'm very sensitive when it comes to my music too. So
Okay.
if that makes sense. Like I'm confident.
Yeah,
I know that I got good music.
yeah,
And the thing is, I have to put in my mind that God got a platform for me, right?
yeah,
So whoever my music is for, that's who it's for.
yeah,
Right. So hopefully this is answering that question. So my
yeah.
platform is my platform. I'm not in competition with nobody.
That's so good. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I'm not in
a lot
competition.
of people don't have that. Yeah,
No, you good, man. Like
yeah.
I'm not in competition with nobody. I'm just trying
Yeah.
to be the best version of Tramaine.
Oh, that's
So
so cool. Yeah.
so I have other projects I put out, and I can go back and listen to them. I hear all these flaws in them, but this is where I was at the time.
Yeah.
This I was the knowledge I had on writing music, on production, the knowledge I had on mixing is all there. So it's documented. Like, and then when you hear, you see the progression, you know? So like I just dropped the put my latest album out, Legendary. You hear the progression from RNG A Love Story and from the Clear album that I did in 2015 and 16. You see the progression of it. So it's not a nervousness of it. It's just like I did at the time, at the moment, like I feel like this is my best. I like this is once I'm done with it, I'm done. Okay. I'm putting it out there. God is on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I give my all, but I know that I'm growing. The legendary is not my best work. It's the best at the time, but it's not my best work because I'm always creating. Like soon as I get done with that and I start making some new stuff, I'm like, dang, I done learned some new techniques. Hey, I wish I would have known how to do this when I did that project, when I did that album. Like, you know, um, so hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, that's good. Like, and it's a shout out to all the new artists, you know, and creators and producers. It's like, don't be worried, right? Back yourself, like Jermaine's saying, get it out there, you know, just get it out there, get some feedback, and just keep going. Just like Jermaine. So let's pivot a bit now. You know what? I'd love it if you could share. I want to talk about production, right? Like you're going into the beats, making the beats. Like, does it kind of come in your mind? Like, are you in the shower or something, and something starts tapping, and then you race into your studio, or like, run us through that.
I'm gonna start off by saying one thing that I have done and I do all the time when I pray. I ask God for unlimited creativity. God give me unlimited creativity. So, you know, and it's not even just with music, it's with anything. God, I see the creativity and stuff to be able to take something and be able to,
Amen.
I can do this with that, do that with this.
Yeah,
Um, but, you know, so I want to start it there with that, right? But when I make beats or might make music in general, um, it comes in all the creativity come in all different ways. Sometimes it can come like you said, I could be at work or be somewhere and a beat just be in my head like, man. So I get my phone and get the thing and just start I record myself with whatever I had in my head so I won't forget the idea. Or I just like, man, I need to get in the studio and I just come in here and okay. Or I try to play some chords or I find a sample. Or sometimes I may hear a song that's hot that I like and I'm like, man, this song is inspiring me. I wonder how they got these synthesizers to sound like that. Like, let me see if I can make something similar to that and put my own spin on it. Like, you know what I mean? So, and that's what I do, man. It's just like it can come in all different ways. Like, you know, then or I may collab with people, you know, and just and have one of my best friend that Salvatore Parigio, that's his name. That's his stage name, whatever. He the one
shout
that
out
taught
to
me
him.
how to make beats. Like, so
You're
he the
right.
one that taught me he gave me my foundation on how to use FL Studio. So a lot of
Yeah,
times now, like if I do make a beat with him, we just go back and forth. He'll start it off with something, then I come back and add something. Then he added an instrument. We just go back and forth, and we just make a 5 beat like that. And so it's so many ways to create. It's so many ways. Now you got AI.
yeah, yeah.
You got AI,
Tell us
right?
about how that's in influenced you and creating music.
So I love Suno. Suno is a beast.
Suno is
Suno,
like hot.
yeah, Suno is a beast, right? You know,
Yeah,
I can make beats without Suno, but one the reason why I like Suno, especially Suno Studio, is that like it just helps speed up my workflow. Right. So I can produce more. Like I can have an idea. Let's say I'm in here and I create something and it's just like a little loop or something. I'm like, I like this. I'm gonna see what Suno can do with it. And I put it in Suno, let Suno build around it. And okay, all right, cool. Oh, that's dope. All right, now I can take some of them stems, take it, put it back in my session, chop it up, do some different stuff to it, put some effects on them. It just it just speeds up my workflow a lot, and especially from the standpoint of somebody like I still work a full-time job. So I work corporate America. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Like I say, I'm a minister, I'm a husband, I'm a
Yeah.
father.
Yep.
Uh, and I'm a producer, engineer, but also I'm an artist myself,
Yeah.
right? So I need to be able to create and be able to do it because sometimes I be in the studio and then wife be like, you been out here for a minute. So now I already work fast, but I just like, how can I be more efficient? Coming
Yeah.
from, I used to work for FedEx years ago, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everything is, efficient. Like, how can we get this done? How can we get this production out of these people?
Yeah.
In a short period of time, but still get
Yeah.
right. And so,
Yeah.
and that's what I kind of see with AI is for. It's a tool. It's a tool now, and this next generation of producers, they not going to be like us. They probably won't even have these keyboards, man. They probably be doing everything. They be doing that, but like I said, I still feel like you need to learn the skill. You
You
need to
gotta have the
understand
basics.
how to put
Yeah.
a beat together. You need to know how the different time signatures, and you need to understand some of this stuff, man. Like Suno is cool, but I can take stuff from Suno and make a beat and
Yeah.
flip it and do my own stuff. Some people
Yeah.
probably can't do that.
Yeah.
So, but yes, AI is a beast right now, but it's a good tool. It can hurt you if you rely on it too much. You know what I'm saying? But it's a dope tool.
Oh, it's really interesting. Like, what are your favorite tools and how could it, how do you think it could hurt you?
What you talking about from AI? You just get too reliant on it.
Ah, yeah. You
Yeah,
get lazy.
you get too reliant on it. Like you just
Yeah.
relying on AI too much. Like
Yeah.
I love Grok,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
sometimes it's almost like you in school
Yeah.
and you got to do a paper. So I can just take this information here, get AI the information, and it just spit out the whole paperwork for me. And
Yeah.
I go in to change some stuff up. You ain't really did the work,
Mm.
right? You know what I'm saying? Um, that's one thing about school. School teach you about researching and stuff. It can be a hindrance. So because if you don't know how to do this stuff without it,
That's a great
and let's
point.
say something
Yeah.
happened in it and they banned it,
Yeah.
then what? Like, you know what I'm saying? You still gotta be able to adapt and be able to produce whatever
Yeah.
you're trying to produce, not just music or anything without it. It's a tool. It's a tool. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's a dope thing.
Yeah.
It's real cool, but don't let it be a crutch to where you can't live without it. Like, and that's why I kind of feel bad for the next generation that's coming up. My boys, they coming up in it. They growing up with it. I didn't grow up with it. So just like I didn't when most of my sons already got cell phones. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't have a cell phone
Me neither.
until I was 18 and it wasn't a smartphone. It was a
Yeah.
crappy Nokia phone
Was a
that
Nokia.
had a stick on it. Like so but we had house phones. We had
Yeah.
landlines.
With a cord.
So it's already tough now to not have my phone on me. So it's just like, where did they
Yeah.
take it? Are you gonna be able to function without it? And I can, but I just adapt. But yes,
Yeah, it's really interesting, like what you're saying about the AI tools. Completely agree. I feel like you need like the foundation, the baseline, in order to use it to speed things up. Like you got to know what to do. And a lot of artists I'm talking to, yeah, they're saying the same thing, right? Like a lot of the younger ones, and that's a shout out for the younger artists. Don't rely on everything on AI. Make sure you get grounded in your craft.
yeah.
So listen, I mean, Tramaine, I just want to pivot now. So we talked a little bit about producing, we got great insight about you and how you're feeling and your creativity and all of that great stuff. And I want to kind of bring it up now to, some of the tunes that you may have previous released recently, some of the stuff you've got coming. Carl, tell us all about it.
So all right. So right now, so I have So I have 3 projects that you can actually go listen to on Spotify and all this stuff, iTunes, Apple
Okay.
Music, or whatever.
Uh-huh.
So I have an album called Clear, right? I did in 2015, right? And at this time, I was just going by Tramaine. And then I end up, and it's the reason why I changed, went from Tramaine to Tramaine Long. Just going with my whole government. That is a dope project, but like I said, you will see the progression. The stuff was cool for what it was at the time, but you see the progression. Then 2020, early February 14th. So I put out Orange Your Love Story on Valentine's Day of 2020, and
That's cool.
I put out Legendary my this February 14th on Valentine's Day of this year. So we
Uh-huh.
just did it on the same day. I don't know why I'm putting it out on Valentine's Day. I don't know. Just did it. But that was a cool album. So that's out. But Legendary is a special album that's it's doing real good right now. Had like the first 3 days, I was over 300,000 streams, which is good. Yeah, to be an independent artist and
Yeah.
have been putting on music out since 2020.
Oh, that's so good.
And then because with the Orange Your Love Story, I didn't even push it because of COVID.
Right. Yep.
So I was actually working on a movie for that. It's like we were shooting a bunch of music videos. That's another thing I do. I shoot music videos and I
Holy
direct.
shit. That's
So I'm doing
crazy.
all. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
But that's something that I always told myself when I first started doing music, and
Yeah.
it's something that's always just stuck with me. Is just like I don't mind if somebody's good, I let them do it.
Yeah.
But I know I like things a certain way,
Yeah.
and I always think about how can I cut costs.
Yeah. Yeah.
I cut costs if I can do it myself. But if I had a big budget to pay somebody,
Yeah.
I would definitely pay somebody else to do that stuff.
Hell,
But anyway,
everyone would do that. Absolutely.
yeah, yeah, especially because somebody can do it better than me, man. Do it,
Yeah.
but I know I rather to do it myself
Yeah.
sometimes and be mad at myself that I screwed it up
Yeah. Yep.
than to have somebody else do something because I done tried that and people really didn't make my videos come out and look the way I wanted to look.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but anyways, I'm sorry. But with Legendary, it's a dope album. So last year around June or July, I had a dream, and in this dream, I walked in a building and looked like a church or whatever, like a nice small little church, and people was in there having praise and worship practice rehearsal. And I just got in with them and started singing, started leading some of the songs, right?
That's cool.
So, and this in the dream. So, and a
Yeah.
lady came, and as I was worshiping or whatever, she came and put her hand over my head, and she stopped praying over me, and then she spoke into my ear, and she said, "It's time for you to be legendary."
That's
And yeah,
divine right
yeah,
there.
that was
That is
she said.
divine. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and she said it again, and then I woke up. So I asked God, I said, God, what
That's so cool.
was this dream? What are you trying to tell me? And he told me, he said, it's time for you to be legendary. He said, I've been hiding you. Now it's time for you to be seen. I've been
Boom.
prepared,
Yeah.
right?
Nice.
So I ended up doing on my birthday of 2023, I ended up doing this one, the song Legendary that's actually on that started the whole album called Legendary. And basically that song is what the whole album is about. So when you think about Paul, you think about David, all these great men in the Bible, all these great people, not just men, but these great people in the
People.
Bible,
Yeah.
they these people been dead for centuries.
Yep.
All right. Thousands or hundreds of thousands of years. We don't even know how.
Yeah, that's right.
But
Yeah.
one of the things is God has said, He told me at this time, and He said the same way because of their obedience, their name still reign in this earth. Through your obedience, your name will reign in this earth, and I will make you legendary.
That's
So
some
when the
deep
Bible,
shit.
yeah, so when the Bible says that once you humble yourself under His mighty hand, He will exalt you. So I wasn't even trying to do no music. I actually crazy thing is I was working on an album called Mrs. Long for my wife because we just got married, and I was working on an R&B album for her, right, to put out. You know what I mean? And but I wasn't really pushing my stuff. I was just producing for other people.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, this been an amazing journey. Last on my birthday of last year, of September 2nd, or September 2nd of last year, I put out the first single from Legendary called Be Holy.
Be
And
holy.
it was just a song talking about being holy. God is talking to his children about being holy.
Yeah.
Be holy like me. Be like me. All
Yeah.
right. Set yourself apart. And so one of the things is about this song, I didn't like at first it seemed like people weren't biting on it. It was like, well, I guess nobody the song good, but nobody wanna guess nobody don't wanna be holy. Like, but then it start just taking on a life on its own. Like,
Oh,
I
that's
started
awesome.
getting a lot of people that are somebodies in the industry after my little videos and stuff like that I was putting out. People been like hitting me up in my inbox. People that's doing certain things like, hey man, I see what you're doing. I like them. Like, okay, you for what radio station? You do this, you do that. Okay. And
Sick.
so,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
guys start sending me people. When I tell you by just being, and the crazy thing is when I put that song out, but we just had our newborn, me and my wife, and she was not.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. She wasn't really feeling the fact that I was trying to put music out right then. She was like, "We just had a baby. You sure you want to do this
That's
right now?"
understandable,
And
I
I know,
guess.
but I'm like, but God is
But you
telling
gotta
me
do it.
I gotta be obedient. Like
Yeah,
I need
yeah.
music out. And so uh,
Amen.
I did that. Then I put out another song called "Can't Get Enough," and then I put out another song called "Holy Strap." And and then February 14th, that's when I released the album. So when I tell you, actually, the album hasn't been out a whole year yet. Holy and Can't Get Enough has been out for a whole year, but the album haven't. So a month after the album came out, I'm telling y'all my story, y'all, because this is blessed. This is my testimony. This is blowing my mind. Ain't it been a year and all this stuff been happening? Okay, so
Amen. Amen.
this is blowing my mind, man. Like God still blowing my mind.
Mm.
So we end up meeting a guy named matter of fact, he hit me up. I told you I was so one of the things is I went to Full Sail University in Florida, right? And they specialize in marketing, the entertainment industry, video games, stuff like that. So I got my degree in entertainment business
Right.
because I didn't want to go to school for mix. I didn't understand the business because that's where I was lacking at. So they
Yeah.
taught us a lot of marketing. So I took a lot of the marketing things that I learned in school and I just applied it to myself with putting this music out.
Yeah.
Right. And it's been helping me get in front of people. And a
Nice.
lot of stuff I didn't even go nowhere. I wasn't performing or nothing. I just put the music out, created some content, and I was pushing it and making content in my studio.
That's so good.
Right. So
Yeah.
I met a dude named Chris King. He has a radio station called Gospel Grind Radio. Shout out to Chris King. He
Nice.
just
Shout
won a
out.
Stellar Award.
Wow.
Yes, dude, he just won a Stellar or whatever. So he
Wow.
hit me up and was like, "Hey man, I really like your music." Because he had his own radio station, but he's a radio promoter,
Right.
right? So Chris helped me to start getting my stuff pushed on the radio
Right.
or whatever. Right? So
Amazing.
like he actually allowed me to do my whole album to do a whole listener party on his radio station. So it's an internet
Wow.
radio station called Gospel Grind, but it's for me, I never did none of this type of stuff before. So just to be like, all right, cool. Me and my wife, she was with me. We
Yep.
did it. So the first single that we really pushed on the album since it was out was Put on Your Wings. And
Oh, man, I
right
love that. I love that title.
yeah, Put on Your Wings. It's and that song is basically about encouraging yourself, standing on God's word when you're going through,
Love it.
and
Yeah.
standing because I had to do it. So I want to have a song on the project that people can listen to that can encourage them. Because I had songs that I heard from Fred Hammond and um um Fred Hammond one of the main ones that I listened to his stuff and it just always encouraged me when I was
Yeah,
going through.
nice.
So I want to have a song that encouraged people to stand on God's word.
Oh, love
So
that. Love that. Yeah.
that song right now, and we put that song out February 14th. Today we just got the news that it's number 7 on the charts. Yeah, it's number 7 on the chart. So
Ooh.
on the media based charts right now, that song is number 7.
Congratulations, man.
I appreciate it.
That is so good. Praise be to
It's
God.
thank you, man. Thank you. And so the Holy Strap song that we put out, that got me. I didn't get nominated for a Stellar. I got considered for a Stellar, but that's still good in itself. I'm
That's
like,
crazy
all
good.
this stuff happened this year. So even this week, I had to go. Me and my wife, we got to go to Dallas, Texas, at this weekend to the video awards. I got nominated for 2 awards for emerging
Tramaine, that
art
is
uh, and gospel rap artist of the year.
that is
So
awesome.
and that's a blessing. I never got nominated for nothing for none of my music before. So to see my songs doing what it's doing, and then we got another song called Righteous
Right.
that is on. They've been playing it on the radio too. So we got 2 songs charting at this moment. We got 2 songs. We got Put on Your Wings and Never Settle.
Congratulations.
Righteous. I haven't even been putting no money behind that, like to really market and put. It been doing its own thing. So it
So
started
good.
out like the last month or so. It's been out right on media base, like 2 months, and it went from like being 1,000 some on the charts to uh top 200. It was like 198 last time we saw it on the charts.
Wow.
So that song moving up on its own. And when I tell you, when
So
God
good.
say that He'll make you legendary, He will promote you. He will do it. You know, this is the ease. I've been doing music since I was 17 years old, like I said, and I am 39 now. I done did a whole lot of different stuff to see.
Yeah.
Like I done won competitions. Plus, I went on tour with So Def.
Wow.
Did all types of stuff, man. Like
That's so
Lil
good.
Wayne had a competition in Atlanta,
Wow.
Georgia, a while ago. Like just probably like '07, '08 around that time, and I'm able to make it. Me and my whole crew, we all
Yeah.
auditioned. It was like some American Idol type thing.
That's
You
cool.
know what I'm saying? So making the band,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and I made it. I didn't even know I made it until they called me like, "Hey man, why you show up to this?" I didn't know I made it. Like I didn't say, "Oh man, you made it." You know, like on American Idol, they tell you, "Hey man, you going to Hollywood."
Yeah.
I didn't get that, so I was like, "Oh okay, all right." I know I did all right, but but I had all these other
Yeah.
opportunities happening for me, but stuff just wasn't moving for me.
Yeah.
Now it's moving because I'm doing it in God's time, and like I said, He said that it's time for me legendary, and it's time He was hiding me. Now
Amen.
He want the
Amen.
world to see His Son.
Yeah.
So yeah, legendary. I know I just said a lot, but I'm trying to get y'all connected.
I'm just looking at a bit of a time, Tremaine. I do want to have the listeners know exactly where to find your tunes, right? So we've talked a little bit about Legendary. There's a few tunes that have come out. They've dropped. Um, like, where can they find you? Tell us where they can find you. Where if they want to contact you and like I don't know, do a collab. How do they do that?
So you can look, the best way to get to all my social media handles, everything, all this stuff is when you go to TramaneLong.com. Everything is on there. My music is on there, pictures on there. You want to book me for a show, everything is there.
So just spell it out.
TramaneLong.com. So TramaneLong. I'm gonna say it again because people spell it TRE and it's TRA. So TRAMAINE long LONG and .com. That's all you got to do. If you wanna, and my Instagram is on there, and yeah, please go follow me on Instagram. It's _Tramaine Long. Follow me on TikTok. It's Tramaine Long 86. But all the stuff is on TramaneLong.com. But go follow me, y'all. Please go follow me, man. And also, we got a deluxe of the legendary coming out in the beginning of the year, and it's fire. It's fire. So we working. Y'all see, I'm in the studio now, man. I'm working.
So I'm looking, for those who can't see who are on the audio podcast, I'm looking at Tramaine in his awesome looking studio, which I am totally jealous about. I'm not a producer, but I love the tech and it looks great. So Tramaine, I just want to thank you so much for being on the podcast. Smash his website up. All of the social links are going to be in the comments below, and I'll catch you on the next one. See you later.